Hey guys, Coach Chad here. Today we're going to talk about the imagination, the most powerful, the most marvelous, the most amazing, the most incredible piece of if you will, God's creation is your imagination. Okay. This is the most powerful thing that we all possess, the most powerful thing in the world, the imagination, the ability to create images, thoughts, ideas, concepts, and visions. This is what we talked about in our success as well as our belief chat. We talked about creating a vision of what you wanted and what you want to do. Now, within your workbook, this week, you have to answer a few questions. So you have to answer if you're willing to explore your imagination. And this is something that most people don't do. We clearly use our imagination on a daily basis at all times, but do we maximize our ability to use our imagination and take the time to utilize it for positive or for a good outcome to match our goals or whatever it is that we're trying to achieve? And in most cases, the answer is no. So, of course, I assume that you answered the question yes, you are willing to expand and explore your imagination. And then within your questions on your mindset participants guide, you start to dig into what I call the whys or the five whys. You just keep asking yourself a question as to why is what you're doing important to you. And you can do this in any aspect in your life. But of course, we're talking about the body transformation and weight loss. So, in here, the first question that we asked was, why does making a body transformation or why does fat loss and improving your health matter? Now, if I ask people walking down the street or coming into the gym that question, they'll have some good, broad, general answers to that question. Increased health markers or better health markers, a little bit of weight loss will increase my longevity, all these different things. But I want you to go a little bit deeper than that. I want you to keep asking that question, why? Why is this important to you? Why are you doing what you're doing? So why is that important to you? Then based on that answer, why do these things matter? What do they mean to you? So just keep asking why. So when you say, I want to have, well, it's important because I want to look better. Okay, why does looking better matter to you? Why is that important? Answer that question. It'll get me into the clothes that I fit in at whatever time in my life, or that I purchased that are sitting in my closet I can't fit anymore. Cool. Why is that important to you? Just keep asking that question, and as you keep asking that question, you're going to finally come to a point where you get to a why that matters, a why that's important, a why that starts to answer and starts to dig into the goals, the actual reasons why you're doing what you're doing and why you're here. And maybe you haven't taken the time to think about this, why you're actually doing this. Maybe you just simply want to lose some weight, but usually the motivational structure that's underneath that is much deeper. So I implore you to take some time to explore those concepts, explore those ideas a little bit. And then once you've done that, then your next step is to take that imagination, that creative workshop of your mind, and start digging into a little bit more and start creating almost a body transformation persona. Okay, what's the new persona? Who is this new person that you're going to become? So the question is, what does the body you want to live in look like? Be specific and detailed. Go in as much detail as you want. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What are the feelings that surround that new image, that new vision, that new body that you want to hold? Um, how does this impact your health on a daily basis? Um, what would you be able to do in this body that you couldn't before? And that might be a physical thing, and it might not be. It might be an emotional, and it might be an intellectual thing. They could be very, very different. Okay. And then how does that body change you as a person? Because it will. Okay. And it will in a positive manner. So I want you to take some serious thought, some serious time. So this would be best done alone. Find a nice, quiet place to do this, and just imagine and use your imagination and flex it and really play with what is the life that you want to live with regard to your body transformation? What is the body that you want to live in? What are all the things that motivate and inspire you, and dig into the reasons why you're doing this? Now, as you do that, you'll start to create a clearer vision, we could say. So that vision becomes clear. And just like anything, right? Go to the gym and think about back squat. The first time you came into back squat, it's a bit shaky. The range of motion is not great, but as you hone that exercise through repetition, it becomes smoother and smoother, stronger and stronger, and more capable. So you're able to add more load. You're able to change the positions. You're able to increase the range of motion, whatever it might be. In this case, with exercising your imagination, you're going to be able to dig deeper into creating images, creating visions for what it is that you want to achieve. And the more you can do that, your goal will become that much clearer to you. It will become a clearer path, but more so, it will harden and create a much more firm goal for you. It's going to be something that's really going to resonate, and it's going to create a much harder image that you can come back to on a regular basis, that you can create quickly. So when you go down those negative paths of thinking and you start to walk into those limiting belief systems, you can always pull back on your vision. You can use it as your guiding force, if you will. Okay, your lighthouse. And the last section of the imagination portion of your mindset participants manual, there's a quote from Van Gogh where he said, "I dream my painting and then I paint my dream." And this is an important one because you have to understand everything in life has been created twice. Okay. Now, if you think about, like, right now, I'm actually in my little office, which happens to be in my garage. So I'm surrounded by all kinds of things. I got a hot tub over there. I got my sauna over there. I got my computer here. I got my cell phone here. All of these things were created twice. And what I mean by that is they were created once in the imagination of the individual who came up with it. And then after that, they were created in real life. So if you think of this little tripod right here that I'm holding, this thing was created in the imagination of some individual at some point, then created in real life. Everything in the world has been created twice. And I'm now asking you to create the future self. You create it within your mind first, and then we will create it in real life. Okay. Take it from the imagination in the intellectual components of your brain, build that vision, that clear vision of what you want to create, and then we will create it in the physical form in real life. Okay. That is what I'm asking you to do. Have fun with this exercise. And this is an exercise that you're going to come back to on a regular basis because it's so important. You will continue to develop your skill of using your imagination and creating clearer visions. And when you do, your path to success will become that much clearer and that much more barrier free. All the best, guys. We'll chat soon.